tell you, you're gonna love this. You gonna say, Sonya, I didn't think we could do this. When I make this in my house, it does not last a day. We're gonna turn this into a pound cake. There are a few additional ingredients that you're gonna need to make this, but it's gonna be simple yet easy. So, with that in mind, let's get started. Okay, here are the ingredients you're going to need in order to make this very moist lemon pound cake. The first thing you're going to need is the Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker works better than any box cake there is. The super moist cake mix, the lemon flavor. You're going to need 1 box of that. You're going to need some Jello lemon instant pudding pie filling. You're going to need some sour cream of your choice. Any kind of sour cream would do. I love Daisy, so I buy Daisy. You're gonna need four whole eggs. I've already put the eggs in the bowl because I like to take the little, I guess the cores off the eggs. It's just something personal. I take the cores off the eggs, so there are my 4 eggs I need. You're gonna need some measuring devices. You're gonna need you're gonna need a spoon, and also, this is what I put inside of it too. Oh Lord, it's so delicious. This is the pure lemon extract by McCormick. We're only going to use, I think, a half a teaspoon of this inside of it as well. And for your baking device, if you're going to use a bundt cake pan of any sort, I would suggest you try this Baker's Joy. This is great because it already has like the flour inside of it, so you don't have to grease a pan, then go ahead and flour it. It has everything inside of it, so it makes for easy cake to slide out of the pan. So you're going to need that as well. First thing you want to do is open up your cake mix. You want to open your cake mix up. Pour this out a bowl that's going to be large enough to accommodate you making this lemon pound cake. Okay. Next thing you want to do is go ahead and open your lemon pie filling, the lemon flavor. That is by Jello. Making a mess, but that's okay. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, you're going to need some vegetable oil. You're going to need that as well. So we'll place the pie filling, the lemon pie filling or pudding filling inside. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and pour this oil in here because I'm going to need this measuring device again. And this is what you call a half, this is a half a cup, I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's a half a cup of vegetable oil. You're going to pour that in there. Next thing I want to do is my sour cream. Let me mix that up very well because it has settled and it looks kind of watery. So I'm going to mix it up very well. And in that same measuring device, I want to go ahead and apply a half a cup. That's just a little bit over half a cup. But you want to do a half a cup of sour cream. And see, it comes out easier if you place your oil in the cup, the measuring device first, and then put the sour cream in. Okay, we've done that. The next thing we want to do is add our eggs. It doesn't matter which order you add it in, really. Add your 4 eggs inside. Now, the last thing we want to do, for us ingredient-wise, we're going to go ahead and add a half teaspoon of this lemon extract. And that is a half teaspoon. We're going to pour that inside of it. Okay, let me clean my mess up a little bit. You know, I like to clean up as I go along. I'll clean that mess up just a little bit. And one last thing, I am so sorry. So sorry. Let me go back. We're going to do, I'm sorry. You see this? This is 1 tablespoon. We're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of water. Sorry. I'm going to take all this stuff, all these ingredients. Let's go ahead and mix all these ingredients up very well. With some white mess. Okay. Go ahead and mix this up very well. And I'm just using a cheap blender. If you could smell this, oh my goodness. It makes me want to eat the mix up. You gotta mix it on high. As you can see, I have like a cheap blender or mixer. So you want to make sure you mix this very well. And I'm probably going to do this for 2 to 3 minutes to make sure all my ingredients are mixed well. If you see the consistency of the mix, it looks just a little bit thick, but that's fine. Okay, I'm going to wind down and mix it. I'm going to hold my hand to the side, bring it up just a little bit, so it won't splatter everywhere. Okay, so that's it. This is how you want your mix to look, just like this. Let me bring it up so you can see it. You want your mix to look just like that. Look how pretty that is. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use a bunnet pan to make my cake in. I have 2 kind of bunnet pans. I have one that's plain, and then I have another one that has the different ridges in making a shape of a bunnet. But I'm going to use this plain one tonight. I'm going to take my Baker's Joy. I don't have to spray it, put it in a place in the freezer for it to chill some before I put my mix in. I can just go ahead and spray it. Make sure you coat it very well. And that's it. Just coat it very well all over. Now when it comes time to pour it into the bunnet, because a lot of people don't really know how to place it in your bunnet. Let me see, can I help you out with that? First thing you're going to do is go around your edges. Mix it again with your spoon. And take your bowl, your mixing bowl, just go gently around it. Just go around it. Just keep going around. Take a spoon in the other hand and just keep going around. Okay, now you see that, how I didn't get all of it? I want to make sure that when you're mixing your cake mix, make sure you get all of that mixed up very well. But sometimes that will happen, and that's okay. As long as you catch it before you put it inside your bunnet pan, you're good. Okay, I've placed all of the mix inside of my cake bunnet pan. Now once you get it inside and you spread it around, you can shift the pan like this, or what I like to do is take my spoon and just go around it to make sure it's even in the pan, so we won't have any unevenness. Now we're going to place this in the oven. It recommends 350, but I'm going to place it in my oven on 325 for 50 to 60 minutes. Keep an eye on that, and I shall be back. Stay tuned. Okay, while the pound cake is cooking in the oven, we're going to go ahead and prepare the topping for the pound cake. And we're going to use a cream cheese topping. We're going to use 1/3 cup. Let's go ahead and, you know what, let's go ahead and use a whole cup. We're going to use a cup of cream cheese in a bowl. Okay, that's about a cup of cream cheese. You can use any brand of cream cheese topping that you want the frosting to go on your cake. And we're also going to use, we're going to do 3 tablespoons of confetti sugar.
Confection.
Let's just do, no, we'll do 3. I don't want to see you to a state of shock. Okay, that was 3 tablespoons of confetti sugar mixed with a cup of cream cheese frosting. And then you want to take, we're going to say 1, 2, that's it. 2 tablespoons of water. You're going to take that and you're going to mix it very well. You can blend it together or you can use a spoon and just mix it together. And when you finish, it should look just like this. Just like that. That's how it should look. Okay, we're taking a look at the lemon pound cake in the oven, and it's almost done. We only have 4 minutes left on the timer before we take it out. And once we take it out, we're gonna allow it to sit to the side, cool, and then we're gonna put the frosting on top, or we're gonna glaze it with the cream cheese frosting mixed with confetti powdered sugar. So stay tuned. Okay, I've just taken the lemon pound cake out of the oven, and this how it turned out. Isn't that beautiful? We're gonna allow it to cool for about 10 minutes before we take it out of this pan, and we're gonna go ahead and glaze it with our cream cheese confetti powder mixed frosting. Okay, now that the cake has cooled down, I'm gonna bring it down off the counter. It's gonna look like that. You're gonna take your hand, either way, any kind of way you can get it out, really. This is what I'm gonna do. Just flip it over. See how pretty that bottom? Flip it back over to the top. Just place it on my cooling rack, my makeshift cooling rack. And see how easy that came out that pan? So you really want to try that spray. Let me get the name of it once again. It is called Baker's Joy. This is how your lemon pound cake should look, just like that. Okay, remember the icing that we made? That is that. Now, if you don't want to put anything on top, you really don't have to, but I want to. You're going to stir it up again because it has settled. Make sure you stir it really good. Take your spoon and just go across, back and forth. Back and forth. Stop. Get another spoonful and start all over again. If you do it this way, you're going to have an even consistency of icing on it. And it's going to look like you bought it out of the store. Start back at the other end again. Now, I really want to cut this cake, but I can't because I made it for someone else. Someone else requested this cake, so I'm not going to cut it. But they said they wanted all their icings. And I'm putting it around the edges so it can fall off. Flip it around. We're going to do this all over until we completely have covered the sides. Just on the edges. Let it fall. When you try this, I want you to make sure you leave a comment down below. Okay, there you have it. We're gonna let that go ahead and let's do the rest of this. You want it to have those lines. And if you want to cover your entire cake, you can. But this is how it should come out. We're going to go ahead and let that icing settle. Once it's settled, we're going to take it off this cooling rack. And I didn't buy this cooling rack. It's just an old shelf that I had from an appliance or something that I had. I turned it into a cooling rack. You do not have to go out and buy anything special to make this cake. And when I finish with it, I'm going to put it in a container that I purchased from Publix. They're cake pan, they're Bonnet cake pan containers. You can go by Publix. They will sell it to you. I think it's like 75 cents a piece. And I'm going to deliver this or have the person come pick this up from my house. So there you have it, a lemony pound cake dressed or glazed with cream cheese with a little bit of confetti sugar mixed together for its topping. Enjoy. So I hope you've enjoyed the time we've shared together making this lemony pound cake. So until next time, we